Welcome to the Michigan Golfer Show. Join us each week as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great game.
Hi, I'm Jack Berry, and today I'm with Jerry Matthews, the former president of the American Society of Golf Course Architects, which is a pretty fine group to be the head of. Was started back in the days of Robert Trent Jones and a few other greatest architects of all time in the United States. And we're going to talk about some of the courses that Jerry has done. He's worked from the western edge of the Upper Peninsula to down all around the Detroit area, all over the state. Let's start at the western edge of the Upper Peninsula with Timberstone.
Well, there's always one memory about every course that I've ever done, mostly. The one that stands out first there is I got a 300-foot hill to build a golf course on, and it doesn't run.
That was the ski jump.
That's the same hill that the ski jump is on. So I had not run into that before. I mean, the entire site was on that hill. So it became an issue of, what are we going to do? I don't want to play uphill. Those holes are too tough. You might do it once, but so we essentially designed parallel golf holes for 18 holes without anybody knowing they were doing that, and we had to use the hill a little bit, but it worked out. We didn't have a stony site; we had a boulder site.
Now we can talk about all the different types of land that you get in Michigan, but in the Upper Peninsula, you're probably going to be getting some iron and iron ore and copper, and
we essentially just took the hillside and graded it out and dropped it off for that hole, and below that we did it again. So we had the holes really stair step up the hill, and so it worked out. And but the one we ended up with, 17, we played downhill, 300 feet, and you can see about 35 miles off over that golf hole. So I think that's the picturesque hole on that golf course, but it was a different type of challenge. But I think those are fun.
Well, that course has got a lot of very favorable publicity, and I know a lot of people from Wisconsin and Illinois head up that way when they're going up to the UP. That's a good spot to play golf there, and see a lot of trees from the top of the hill.
There's a lot of trees. I'm essentially a tree hugger at heart, but we do have to clear when we get wooded sites. We have to clear enough to play golf, and I lean on the side of favoring the trees once I get out there toward the rough, and we clear about 100 feet wide, 120 feet wide, then we thin the roughs for about 30 or 40 feet, and the rest we don't touch. But I take the position that you can cut a tree down, but you can't put it back, and I stick with that. And I've been called a little tree hugger at times, which basically I am.
That's so true. I think I may have done that myself sometime. And then moving across the peninsula over to Mackinac Island, tell us about the adventure there. You've got 2 9-holes separated by a carriage ride.
I have a lot of wonderful memories of Grand Hotel because of the owner and the experiences I had there. He hired my dad through a friend in Detroit. I forget that gentleman was a landscape architect. So I just went around along for the ride. My mother and I and my wife and I at the time went up there. But anyway, that's what I did with my dad later on. He would go get the job, and then I would do it. So, but anyway, it was kind of fun. It was really turned out to be a lot of fun, but it was one of the most interesting experiences I ever had with a client first off. I have a theory, and it works really well. I make 3 layouts when I approach an owner the first time. I have 3 layouts, A, B, and C. I'm selling C. But A, I go through what the pluses and minuses of that. B is pluses and minuses, and C, my God, that's a good plan. And I said to him, which one do you like? And he said, none of them. And I had never ever heard that, and this was not too long ago, and I couldn't speak. And Mr. Musser was a wonderful person, but I don't know if he was just testing me or to see what. So anyway, I went back, took the one I wanted, redrew some things and said, how about this? And he says, okay. But he was wonderful, talking about clients that you can work for and do imaginative things while you're working. The best par 3 I've ever done on that hill overlooking the town and the channel where the freighters go through wasn't on my plan at all. But I was working there, and I was walking around in that little thicket of cedar trees, and I walked out, and I looked out there, for heaven's sakes. So I went and got him, and I said, I want to build a tee here. He says, how do you do this? And I said, I don't know. He said, you do it really well. But he did some other things that I just went to him and said, ordered a bridge on the Woods 9 when we did that one, a bridge across that pond. And I was out there building it. The bridge was ordered and being delivered. I went out there and I looked around and said, I don't need that bridge. I'll just take a cart path around here. And I said, what am I going to do? I did what I knew he wanted. I went in and told him. He says, okay. And that's all. But that's a type of client you need to, if you're going to get your juices flowing and do creative things while you're on site, which is, I think, the way a golf course should be built. But we had an awful lot of fun. We remodeled the entire Grand Hotel 9 for the 100th anniversary. And when we got that done, he realized that he needed 18 holes of golf to compete in the resort business. So he looked around at some other courses, obviously off the island, and actually tried to tie it in with Washkamo, the old 9-holer. But that didn't work. So at the same time, a fellow named George Stafford was building a 9-hole golf course over at on the end of the runway, that resort over there. He decided he would buy that. And after months of negotiations with this outfit, he bought that. And I had a golf course probably all cleared and had the greens roughly shaped in the tees, and we essentially started from scratch. That was the only one I had to tell the aeronautical who's in charge there, how high do you hit a golf ball at the end of an airstrip? I don't know. I don't know what I ever did, but I actually tried to look it up to see who knew how high a golf ball was hit off a tee.
Well, if you got Rory McIlroy, I mean, holy mackerel, he's way up.
But that was a lot of fun. Obviously, you can't use any mechanical means to get to the golf course. You can use it on the golf course.
So how did you solve that problem?
Well, they solved that problem on the island by taking it over on a barge to the ferry, which is up around on the west side of the island. You take a ferry and put the equipment on there and anything you want on there and scurry it down in there before daylight. And that's how you have to get the stuff there. So if you take a tractor on that trip, you have to put a horse attached to the front of the tractor and get it there. And we did it one time. Contractor decided he got something down on the dock in town and just didn't going to run his pickup truck down there. He didn't even get to the dock. They had him. I mean, that island, there will not be any, but it was fun. The logistics problems were just amazing. How do you got stuff to that golf course?
Well, moving down into the lower peninsula, how about Agaming area now, and Antrim Dells? Antrim Dells, your dad did that?
I did it. Yeah. That's one that he would come up, and he'd sign a contract. The next time he'd come up, he and Lloyd Kerb would go down to the bar, and I did most of it, but that's okay. That's how we did it. But Antrim Dells, to me, in all the courses I've done, is the one that deserves far more recognition than it gets. I think that's a really good golf course, but the ownership, long story, never went at it that way. Yeah. And I think you could put about some money into that, and had maybe $100,000 or something to do the bunkers. We didn't do many bunkers back then. We didn't bunker the greens. Tees are too small. But that, to me, I always liked that piece of property.
Well, that's not being managed now by the folks at Agaming. Yeah.
So I think they will run it better, but whether they put the money into it, I've tried to get them to buy it for years, but they're doing pretty well, those two.
Yeah, very, very much so.
The only story I will tell about Antrim Dells, of course, things were very simple back then, and there were no wetland permits. And this is a good story about why there should be wetland permits. So that site was all hills except in the valleys, of course, were marshy and had little beautiful little brook trout streams running down them. So I go up there one day, and my God, they dynamited it, much to my dismay, being a trout fisherman. I said, don't you ever do that again. So we went to the north part of that golf course, and I drive up there one day, and you drive right out on the golf course, right out to the site, and the minute I got out of the door, they touched it off. They blew ditches with dynamite in the old days. Now, this wasn't a trout stream, but they waited till I drove up there. They touched that. They were putting another drain in. I said, you people are not good.
Well, as long as you're talking about trout, how about with all the golf courses that you've been around, you have to have seen a lot of wildlife, a lot of fish, and probably unlike the when you see the PGA Tour on television, you don't see any alligators or crocodiles or anything flipping into the water. We don't have that, but certainly you must have seen a wide variety. Well, elk over on Elk. You got Elk Ridge over in Atlanta.
Bobcat on Elk Ridge and coyotes, but I'll tell a little personal story. Okay. All my life until recently, if it was hunting season, there was a shotgun in the back. If it wasn't, there was a fly rod in the back, and that's always been true. And I have caught a lot of fish out of golf course ponds. Good. But yeah, that's part of the reason I enjoy what I do. I just like to be outdoors. I just have a love affair, I guess, with nature and animals, and that's why it.
Got a lot of here. You got a lot of turkey all over the place.
Turkeys. We see it all. Nothing really unusual, I guess. I haven't seen a wolf or a bear yet on a golf course. I've seen the bears around, but so that's really, there was a number of days that I was at work and having the best time of my life, and I would sit down. I would sit back and say, "My God, they're paying me for this," and that's how I felt. And I just really like what I do, being out.
Well, I think that's why a lot of people have hired you for your love of the land and what you've been able to do with it. And we'll be moving south a little bit now from Agaming to. Let's go right across the state over to Elk Ridge, and we're talking about animals. And tell me about the pig bunker.
Elk Ridge was, I think, probably an ideal job for a golf course architect. Lou Schmidt, who owns Honey Baked Ham, as you probably know, had 2,400 acres. He bought an old hunting club. 2,400 acres to do a golf course. So I went over there and interviewed him, and he put me on a snowmobile, which I had never been on before. And we raced through the trees, and which I didn't enjoy, but we got through that, scared the heck out of me. But the site was amazing. And when I got the topographic map of all that land, the clubhouse just was going where it is right now. This just was no issue. I think it's 100 feet down to the pig bunker. So anyway, we started laying out holes and did a lot of layouts like we do, and we finally settled on the 18 we wanted. And no real estate at all on this, no real estate. As an added feature here, I did 2 other 18s on the same property that were never built. Wow. But anyway, we put the clubhouse up on the hill and fought with the Elks. The Elks had a fight on the number 1 green the first fall we built it. They like to go on the greens for some reason. The greens and bunkers the Elk like. So we were getting it built, and the irrigation pond, which we have to get the soil to build things, we were digging this pond. It's about 3/4 of an acre, I don't know, 3/4 of an acre. So the devil in me said, I want to do something creative here. So I designed the pond like a pig. So people that flew over it say, "There's a pig down there." That was my goal. So we started digging it, and it was all water sand, which it just can't hold any shape at all. It just flows. I said, well, shoot. Well, John Mattern, the superintendent, knew what I had done. So the 10th hole was the last one we were working on. So Lou and I standing there looking at that, and John says, well, did you ever tell him about the pig? And I said, no, that was a tongue-in-cheek. So Lou says, what? So we told him about the pond failing to be a pig. So he says, why don't you put a bunker down there like a pig? I said, you got to be kidding. Well, he wasn't with a curly tail at all. And it was just a tongue-in-cheek, goofy concept that I'm not for that kind of thing at all. That's not natural, you know. But turned out to be one of the best things we did.
It's a natural for Elk Ridge and for the man from Honey Baked Ham, and you can get those sandwiches at the turn.
And we'll go out there with people on the clubhouse railing was built, so they'd go out there and they'd look at the golf course. It's pretty. You can see 30 or 40 miles, and somebody will say, "There's a pig." It was one of the most enjoyable things I ever did without trying to do anything enjoyable. But yeah, that's a great golf course.
Well, we're moving to the center of the state, and Buck's Run there at Mount Pleasant has gotten a lot of fine publicity, and I have friends who, on their way up north, kind of stop at that place where they lose money, and and they like to play golf, so they go over to Buck's Run.
Buck's Run was another one of those jobs that came out well, and I just thoroughly enjoyed. Again, we have a client who just do what you need to do. They're in the contracting business and asphalt business and all that, but they'd not build a golf course. And it was a gravel mining operation. I mean, there was a lake there, 40, 50 acre lake there. When I drove into the property, I had 3 holes already done by the time I got 300 or 400 yards. 9 and 18 were right there. All you got to do is put them on paper.
And you had the Chippewa River running through it.
17th hole, now this is all mining. They just dig holes and pile stuff all over. The 17th hole, which precedes the 18th hole, was a par 3 over water with the tees almost stepped down in place with a little flat spot next to a huge hill for a green. Now that was all there. That's what I think is fun. To find golf holes, you just sit there. You got to shape them and do all that. But the hole itself, there's no soil moving whatsoever. We got a 2 dog legs, one with water on the lake on the right, and coming back, it's on the left. And those are 2 really good holes, especially 18.
Now we have that fine clubhouse, with the big log clubhouse. It looks terrific there. And outside, you have a wonderful little putting course there.
Yes, we did that. And I want to mention here that the owners there, the first time ever, let me be involved, really involved in the design of the clubhouse. Because we want to see the first tee, the 10th tee, the 9th green, the 18th green, the putting green, and the clubhouse. And I kept telling them that and telling them that. And we had an architect there that listened. And I'm still about as proud of that clubhouse design. Now, I told him, don't get too big and don't put in a restaurant. And, Of course, that all went. But that design of that clubhouse, you can still see it, be in that pro shop and see all those things. I don't think they've ever done that. I just never had that opportunity. But I enjoyed that. But also, you can see the putting course on an island that was there. So we put a bridge in and put in 18 little holes anywhere from 20 to 40 feet long, 50 feet maybe, with, a little sand, little bunkers, little mounds, and I think they're wonderful.
Well, let's see. Moving down in your home territory at Timber Ridge and Hawk Hollow, tell us a little bit about those courses.
Timber Ridge was done first. I don't remember the year, but
it had a lot of trees, I know that.
That had Timber Ridge.
Right.
It had a lot of trees, and, well, you might as well hear this. I had hired some help at that point to help. Eventually, Anyway, and so, like my dad did, I gave them something to do. Flag out the fairways for clearing. And then, we just go on building. And opening day, we had a wind shear storm, and it took out 1,100 and some trees, snapped them right off halfway up. Even with that,
You still have a lot of trees.
we took a lot of trees out after that. We simply didn't clear some of those holes wide enough, and you already know that.
Yeah.
But I just felt that even my theory of, well, you can always cut them down. Well, we cut them down. It just was left a little too heavy there because I didn't double check what I had asked somebody to do. But that's how that. But that's a great piece of property. I love that golf course. It just fits
Well, Hawk Hollow is not too far away from there, right?
Hollow is about 2 or 3 miles away, and that was a gravel pit. And he was pumping on it. We waited a year. While he pumped on it, we did the designs, and waited for him to get all the gravel and sand out he wanted. And we designed it around there, and I think that's a really nice golf course, particularly the holes around the lake. I think we have, in my mind, the best 3 finish holes I've ever done in 16, 17, 18, around the lake, particularly 18. But the thing I remember about that is when they mined the gravel out of that, they pumped the water continuously, the groundwater. In the gravel, most of them are underwater, they just pump them to work there. So he says, okay, you can start building now. So we had to shove part of the hill down into the pond to make the 18th fairway at all. And I'm getting there, and then get 18th green over here, and the 17th green's over here in the water. And I got to thinking about this. I said, we're building a green over an empty space. So I went to Dale Kessler, who's done a lot of work, Majestic, Timber Ridge. And I said, Darrell, I'm concerned about this. I said, I'm building this green, so your water level's going to come right to that point you put in. What if that's not right? Jerry, it's right. You sure? And I couldn't quit worrying about that until that lake filled up, and he was right.
And that's Jerry Matthews, the Michigan Golf Hall of Fame, past president of the American Society of Golf Course Architects, and a guy who loves working in the land.